Hey guys, Arthur is here. I'm a car mechanical and professional car checker and car buyer. I help people for 18 years to buy the used cars, and a lot of people actually not realize, they don't know how they have to care about their cars. And people thought that okay, maybe if I bought the old car, used car, it don't need any maintenance, but it's not the truth. And if you are a beginner, or even if you are advanced driver, watch this video and you will find something new for you. Okay, for example, you bought this Mitsubishi 2002, motor is 1.6, gasoline, gas, but it doesn't matter actually, because for many cars you have to do the maintenance. It's like the rule. And first, what you have to know is like braking system working correctly is the main. If the car can stop, the car is good. If a car have a problem with the brakes, it's not good. For this reason, before you buy the car, you have to check the brake disc and brake pads. Also, when you bought the car, you always have to see at all lights. You have to know all lights. For example, check engine lights, the oil level, and if you start your car and all lights off, it's not bad. When the door open, light is okay, and the handbrake is also okay. If you drive in the car, you always have to keep an eye on the temperature, because the old car hidden maybe a crack inside the pipes. I will show you. And if the pipe, the hose is broke and the car lose the cooling liquid, you can overheat the motor, and actually at the end you will, if you not stop the engine, you will lose the motor. For this reason, you have to check and see always if the temperature in level and not goes there. If temperature goes increase, stop the motor, call to the insurance company, call for tow truck and bring the car to the mechanic. But don't drive the car with motor, please. These rubber pipes, we always check if it's not cracks, and you check always the coolant. Yes, the coolant, if it's clean and have the red or green color. If it's rust, you have to change it. You have to change this in almost any car every 100,000 kilometers, the same as a brake fluid. You have to change it every 120,000 kilometers. You always have to change the oil every 15,000 kilometers to save your motor. Timing belt, distribution belt, kit with a water pump and with bearings, you have to change, depend of the models, from the 80,000 to the 120,000 kilometers if it has a timing belt. If it's a chain, here is a metal part without plastic, without nothing, it's covered like this. The chain is here. If it's motor with a chain, it's need to change from the 200,000 until 350,000 kilometers. When the people driving, they think that if they sell the car very soon or next year, they don't need to change the oil. But actually, if you want to sell the car soon, if you know, for example, that okay, next year or a few years I will sell the car, and you don't change the oil, you are the bad guy, because you don't think about the next owner who will buy the car from you. Be the good guy, good girl, and maintain your car properly, because the next owner don't receive the car with the problems. Because if you don't change the oil for 50,000 kilometers, for sure it brings a lot of problems and losing of money for the next owner of your car what you use now, and don't change the oil and with the air filter. In Europe, in Portugal, in France, in Spain, and in many countries in Europe, they just take it out, blow it with the air and put it back all, and the motor not breathing, and the dust and all stuff going inside to the motor, and the motor losing the resource of kilometers, and the motor will break. It's the same about the power steering. Power steering also has a fluid, and you have to change it. Okay, you also, it should be clean like in my car. You have to change it every 120 kilometers. Wipers. Usually people think that okay, there is no need to change it because maybe I will sell it for the next year or in the end of the year, and after killing the glass, and you do the scratches. The bad wipers, they do the scratches, and when you drive it in the night you have less visibility, and actually it's not comfortable to drive, and I need to change the glass soon. One more thing, people in Europe and especially in Portugal, they think that if the car has the automatic gearbox, automatic transmission, they think that they don't need to change the oil at all. But guys, I want to tell you true, it also has oil, and this oil not for the whole period of car. This oil has to be changed and has to be clean as in my car, super clean. It needs to be clean like in my car, like almost like water, like lemonade. Because people want to save money, to not do the proper maintenance of the gearbox oil, and they kill the parts inside because oil not working correctly, and the all parts what has the friction, they working like dry, you know, like if you fry your steak at the oil which you before already fried 1,000 steaks, just imagine what taste your steak will have. The same with gearbox oil, the same with motor oil, the same with power steering fluid and the coolant and the brake fluids. If you don't change your brake fluids, you will lose the support, the brake support inside. It has a brake support, they have a cylinder, and inside cylinder became rusty. This is the main thing what you have to know about the maintenance of the car. You have to always check when you're driving and to see, like, you know, a little bit, okay, the temperature level is ok or not, because nobody knows what inside the pipe. One pipe, second pipe. In my car it's changed and everything is new. The next thing is the tires. Tires should be in a good condition, the front and rear, always, because this is your safety. And when the road, the wet like now, it's a slippery. Okay guys, I hope this video was helpful for you to understand what you have to do in your car and what you have to maintain in your car. Of course, it's better to do with a proper mechanic. Here in Portugal, to find a proper mechanic is a big problem. For me, it takes for many years to find the proper mechanic and to be partner with him here in Lisbon. I will tell you one trick and the bonus information for you guys. When you leave your car to the mechanic, you take this out, make a picture of the color of the oil, and after your mechanic will change the oil, check again, take it out and look what color your oil, it's a new or old. The same with the gearbox and with all fluids and liquids. Why? Because sometimes in Portugal, and not only in Portugal, people, the mechanics, they're doing the bad things. They check, okay, the oil is good, okay, they put the new paper with the new kilometers, and they don't change the oil. Actually, they maybe sometimes changing the new filter or oil filter, but they didn't change the oil. If it's diesel motor, the oil became the black again very quickly, like 1 minute motor runs, and after this the diesel oil became black. But anyway, you will see the difference. The oil after 15,000 kilometers is a super deep black, and the new oil is like a gray black, you know, it's like light black, and you will see the difference. And it can save you money. You will be not cheated by your mechanic, and also you will not lose the motor, and you will not create the problem for the next owner of your car after you sold it to him. The bonus about the maintenance. The car has the dangerous thing if it's broke. For example, it's a joint ball of the suspension. Also, it's a power steering. Here in Portugal they call it direção. If it's break apart, you can lose stability on the road, and you cannot steering actually, and because of this you always have to check it with your mechanic every year. Here in Portugal there is no education like car maintenance or something like this, and people drive to the mechanic only one time a year, and sometimes they pay money. It's a corruption to go through inspection, and if you see the green paper with inspection and you want to buy this car, it's not mean like 100% the car passed inspection. Maybe it's passed inspection only because the previous owner or his mechanic pay corruption money to pass the test with a not good car. Be careful guys about this. Subscribe, press like button, and I will do for you more good and professional video about the cars, how to buy, how to maintain, and maybe how to sell. Let's see.